So I'm joined by Andy Tiller from AsiaInfo. Andy, nice to see you.
And you, Mark?
Now, we're here talking about customer experience. We hear a lot about Omni-channel. At AsiaInfo, you talk about any channel. Tell us about the difference.
That's right. So Omni-channel is all about integrating the different customer service channels so that there's a single customer view for all of the agents, whether they're in the retail store, on the call center, or for the customer themselves through the self-care channels on the website and apps. But the extension of this to include future, in particular, social apps, which are becoming more and more powerful. That's what we mean by any channel. So social apps today are beginning to become platforms where you can integrate capabilities for a business. So you can use a social app such as WeChat or WhatsApp to do much more than just communicate between the operator and the customer. You can use it as a channel for personalized marketing offers. You can use it as a mechanism for authentication of the user on the website. And increasingly, you can use those channels for self-service. WeChat, for instance, provides payments. So you can use WeChat to top up your mobile phone, to buy a bolt-on package, and so on. And, of course, we don't know what tomorrow's WhatsApp and WeChat are going to be. So any channel means the ability to extend the omni-channel concept to new channels in the future, in particular these social apps, which are becoming more and more powerful.
Okay. Obviously, it's not a problem or a challenge that just telcos have. A lot of industries looking at this. But are there any specific challenges that the telco industry should really be looking to focus on and solve?
Yeah, so for telecoms, I think omni-channel is a much more complex challenge than it is for other vertical industries, such as retail. In particular, the products and services are much more complex, and they have much more complex business processes for order capture and provisioning and so on. So that added complexity means that joining up the different channels is more difficult. So a business process can be quite involved, and if you want to allow the customer to switch channels during a transaction, then they need to be able to get to step 3 in one channel and carry on at step 4 in another. That's much more complex for telecoms than it is for retail. But on the other hand, you also have greater potential benefit for the telecom industry if they can get omni-channel right. So the ability to build a long-lasting customer relationship, the ability to get fantastic customer insights through big data analytics, as long as that's all joined up across the channels, it becomes even more powerful than it is for other vertical industries.
Okay. So what are some of the potential solutions for telecoms then? You mentioned a couple there, but maybe you want to expand on those? Yeah,
so really there's two approaches for any IT project in telecoms. One is to provide some sort of overlay or bolt-on or modification to the existing IT environment, and the other is to rebuild it from the ground up. And of course there are pros and cons. I think with omni-channel though, there's some quite significant difficulties with the approach of tinkering with the existing legacy environment, and causing quite a lot of difficulties for operators in really getting the omni-channel experience right. So, for instance, you can buy some very nice overlay packages for the shopping experience, which put a lot of the logic and the data in the front-end channels. But that makes it difficult to extend to new channels. You really need to move that logic, business logic, and the customer data to the back end. And that requires re-architecting, which is a bigger and riskier project. So you really have to make these choices and trade-offs. Is it worth re-engineering the IT architecture, the enterprise architecture to fully support omni-channel, or can you get away with some tinkering? And of course, both views are valid. It depends on the situation.
Okay. So specifically, how can AsiaInfo really help?
Well, for this area, we provide our Veris BSS suite, which is architected to provide this clean separation between the front end, the integration layer, which contains the business logic, and the back-end data and processes. So if you work with a Veris CRM system, then this omni-channel, any-channel capability is architected into the system. That, of course, means you'd have to replace your existing system with ours. So, there's other options where you might want to not do that. But certainly in the case for operators that are looking to transform their customer experience using a BSS transformation approach, then AsiaInfo is well placed to help deliver that.
Okay. Andy, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mark.